Jackson, hands up.
Taylen, just walk us through that crazy rushing touchdown there in the second quarter, right before halftime. What did you see? And when you took off, did you feel like you could get to the end zone? Did you know that was kind of going to be the end of the play?
At first, I looked at, first my keys and what I have to do and the routes. Then I felt, pressure to my right and escaped the pocket. And I knew it was a 2 minute. And I was going to throw it away. But, I decided to run. And I told myself, if I decide to run, of course the clock keeps rolling if I get tackled. So I was like, I better score. And so, I crossed the field and, saw green grass and I just, let my speed do the rest.
Jaquindon, what do you think about your game tonight? First time as a Razorback, and more specifically, maybe what you saw from the offensive line creating holes, not only for you, but all the running backs tonight.
I was just having fun with the guys, just flying around the field. And my O-line did great tonight. Had 100 in the first half. Couldn't ask for nothing better.
Taylor, what was your reaction when you found out what the first play was going to be, taking a shot, and then, how were you able to kind of bounce back from that, after, maybe underthrown it a little bit?
I love it. Just the aggressive nature, Coach Petrino, me and Ty and Zane was talking about the play leading up to it. And, of course, I underthrew it and he was open. That's something I got to get better at. But, it's the next play mentality. It's not always going to be, I'm not always going to make everything. I mean, I hope so, but it's all about just sticking to the next play and what Coach Pitt says is flushing it on to the next play.
Well, could you walk us through the play too, where you threw the touchdown to Ty Washington? It looked like that may have been one of your better throws of the night.
Yeah, that's straight drill work. I mean, the quarterbacks, Coach Petrino, we work that every single day. When there's special teams, we're always on the turf field working that, exact look and that exact play. And when we saw it, Coach Petrino was like, "That's drill work," and just that just praise to Ty for not stopping on the route and caught it and scored a touchdown. Had a little celebration that we've been practicing, so it was fun.
I guess we only got one mic. For both you guys, Taylor, maybe you can take it first. I know you weren't here last year. The running game struggled even against Western Carolina, another FCS team. And your first 4 touchdowns tonight were rushing. You had 101 yards on LA Kids. Well, what do y'all think of the running game and how good was it to be that productive? Maybe Taylor, you could take it first, and then Jaquindon.
I mean, first that speaks volumes to our coaching staff and the schemes that they put in the game plan. Then it speaks volumes to the whole line and the communication that they have, because it's a lot that goes into it. It's a lot of preparation, and praise goes to the line and how they handle the communication that they that they did today, and praise to the running backs, because it's different footwork and different looks and different schemes. So I mean, just having them is it's a luxury. And I tell them all the time, the end or whoever we're reading, they're wrong either way. If they pick the running back, I'm a run. If they pick me, you saw what JJ did with the spin move. It was crazy. I was like, okay,
fine. That spin move was slow. Can you ask the question again?
Yeah,
just talking so long.
Sorry. Like last year in FCS.
Yeah, it's the first hog win, bro. All right, my bad, bro.
Yeah, running the ball was not a strength last year for Arkansas. That's why you guys are here. But how good was it to be so productive so early? Now 4 rushing touchdowns in the first quarter, and I think 215 rushing yards in the first half. Just Quinn, how good was that to see? And just what did you think about the running game tonight?
It was exciting. Like you said, it wasn't that good last year, and we picking it up this year. But it's a lot of stuff we have to work on as well to get better and get where we want to go. But it's exciting to see where we're headed.
And if you both want to hit on this, but Taylor, maybe more for you. But Bobby Petrino's had a lot of big games here in Little Rock. What sense did you get from him tonight? Like how he was on the sidelines? You guys go 10 for 10 on touchdowns. What sense did you get from Bobby tonight? And if you got a thought, want to weigh in after Taylor?
I mean, even when we were up a lot, he was still we were still watching film. We were still learning. He was still critiquing us on the different stuff that we can get better at. So that's what I like. you know, it's always, you know, room for improvement.
Taylen, did you have any nerves starting off or anything? I know you said you underthrew that first pass. It looked like you just got stronger. Maybe you had the wind behind you in the second quarter.
Um, I would say a little bit. I mean, I would say, you know, just a really big focus of what we talked about on the sideline is just getting my feet going. You know, I felt like it was a little slow in the first 2 drives. And, you know, that's what we, you know, honed in and, you know, focused on in fall camp. So it's just translating that, you know, to the game. And that's something I got to improve on, you know, starting fast. And then all starts with my feet, you know, we have a great opportunity next week with Oklahoma State, you know, so just going to have that opportunity to do it.
Was there any moment where you just kind of clicked and you're like, okay, here we go?
I would say after that first throw, you know, I'm like, okay, like just breathe and lock in, you know, and you know, JJ was on the sideline talking to me too, like, bro, just go do you, you know. And so, you know, he's a quarterback. He was a quarterback, so he gets it, and you know, he knows the looks and just the different things that you know quarterbacks have to do. So, you know, he tells me sometimes, you know, if I miss a throw in practice, he's like, bro, your shoulder or your arm. So he keeps me accountable. So I like that.
Jaquin, in your last run, I believe it was a 14-yarder that put you over 100. Did you know at the time that you had gone to 101 yards?
I never know my stats during the game. I always see them after, cause I don't ever check my phone at halftime or nothing like that. So I just be locked in on the game.
That was a great job.
Just Quentin, I know we talked about your injury history and how you had to play through an injury last year. Just for you to be able to kind of run free a little bit tonight, just how good did it feel?
Oh, it felt great. I feel like me again, just a little heavier, but I feel like me again.